Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's Greg again. I'm like a London bus once they all come together. Yes, I was promising we were going to do a kit review of a kit that I picked up recently. It arrived yesterday. Was it? Yes, not today. Sorry, my apologies. I'm thinking another thing. So here it is, basically. It's a Sherman, but I've never seen this one before. But I believe it's possibly a retooled Dragon kit, early Dragon kit, but obviously with the bits and pieces inside. And it's this thing. It's from a company called Lanmo. I think they do all the you know, for the Pacific Shermans, the wood and all that, and the wading gear. I think it's the same company that do that. Yeah, so we've got a Chinese expeditionary teeth in. A Chinese expeditionary force in Burma, India theatre, which is an unusual subject. We don't see many, and basically it's the M4A4 2-in-1 series, apparently, this one, and it's a nice artwork. It's somebody who's, I can't pronounce the name for who's done the artwork, but it's pretty nice, I must admit. The sort of a Chinese sort of emblem of cats and things like that, because they're big into cats, I think, if they're Chinese or Japanese, whichever. I know they're big into sort of things like that. Yeah, so it's an unusual kit, and the kit number is MM-35001, if anybody's interested in, where are we at? Can't see for the glare. Where are we gone? There we are. You see it? Oh, sorry, I can't even get it into action. There we go. There's a few little bits and pieces extra in here. We've got a lot of resin parts. We've got the bow machine gun, we've got fire extinguishers, and you can see all the rest. Plenty of PE. And the decals with the markings there. On the other side we have a few CAD drawings of early stage 2-in-1, so you can have a different mantlet as well. And we've got the engine deck at the back and the front view of the Sherman as well, with the like a windscreen. This thing here looks like a window screen with some description on top of the turret, sorry, top of the driver's hatch. Right, without further ado, we shall look into the box. I really haven't had a good look at this. As you can see, when I've opened it, it's still pretty packed as it was. Yeah, so we'll do our usual stuff, but we'll go with the PE and things first, and the goodies. We've got in here, in a nice cage, we've got all the light guards. We've got the bow machine gun. All the other bits and pieces in there. Let's see if I can get it out without, no. And the decals and the PE and the copper cable. So we're going to have a quick look in there. They look really nice. We've got the decals there. Underneath the decals we have the PE, which is quite extensive there, and the copper wire as well. That's nice. We have quite a bit of resin there, isn't there? We've got alternative machine guns. You can have a machine gun covered over, or you can have it uncovered. I'll have to make sure I'm careful taking those out. Oh, there's like a window screen. So it's got a windscreen wiper on it. I'll have to have a look at that when we get to the destructions. So we'll just put that in the box for now. First sprue we have. There's resealable bags as well, are there? No, they're not. They've gone Tamiya, but no staples. But we shall soon sort that. Should really put a new blade on this knife, I think. So basically, we have the upper hull, sorry, the upper turret, and the mantlets, some other small bits and pieces. Yeah, it's a Dragon. It's got a Dragon written on it. Yeah, so it is a Dragon kit. Obviously extra goodies, being reboxed by Lanmo. But I have to say, even if it is an older kit, it's got some nice texture on the turret. It really has. That's quite a nice bit of texture on that turret. I think it's one of their earlier moulds. And again we have the different kinds of mantlets, and somebody's got a nice cast texture on that one. Well, in fact, they've all got nice cast texture, maybe just a bit enhanced it slightly, but apart from that, it's quite nice, that. Yeah, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 different mantlets there. And a lot of small pieces. You've got a small MG there. Got the light which is slide moulded. We've got the main barrel which is not slide moulded, it's one piece, which is nice to see. So it's going to be easy to take the seam line out of that. So we've got that. And we've got the one piece barrel, which is nice. A lot of small pieces here and there. We have a machine gun tip there as well, which is quite nice for plastic, where my finger is there. That's quite nice, that. It's not slide moulded, but the light is. That's nice. Yeah. Okay, that's a good start. That's a good start. I got it in AliExpress's sale. Yeah, I got it for about, what was it, 40 quid I got it for in the end, I think it was. So it's gone back up again now, so it was worth waiting to get it so I can get it in the sale. I just thought it was an unusual subject, and I don't see the dragon one very often, even though this is the dragon, but the actual dragon boxing with this vehicle. I don't know if the moulds have been cleaned up, but they certainly look crisp and fresh, so one would presume they have. And then we have upper hull and the lower hull. Engine decks, oh they're lovely, they're nice. Radio operator's hatch and bow gunner, sorry, and the driver's hatch. Wow. Well, it seems slightly sunken, so I need to be raised slightly. I'll blew my oar on there. We need to drill out the holes for the fuel to filter through. But again, the front of the detail on the main hull is really nice. It's nice and fresh and clean. So I reckon they've rejigged the moulds on these things, because it is nice and clean. It doesn't look like an old moulding, if you know what I mean. Everything's no flash or anything, so it looks like it's been retailed. But I say I was quite impressed with those hatches. You see there's 2 hatches there. They look really nice, don't they? We've got unfortunately we've got a pin mark at the back, but they're recessed, so it's easy filled, so it's not a problem. We've got the extra armour for the plates for the on the side to protect the ammo. Lower hull is quite nice again. Got a few bit of detail on the bottom. Obviously nothing, because nothing on the sides, because obviously the bogies and that have to go on there. We have some Pioneer tools on there as well. Rear of the vehicle, parts of it all for the rear, and again we have the idler wheel mount in there, okay, which is nicely done. I'm quite impressed with that with the upper hull, the way it's textured and those lines down it. That's really quite nice, though. We have a clear sprue with plenty of glass in there, or clear I should say. I won't get it out of the bag. But we've got quite a lot of clear sprue in there, which is nice. Nice to see. Instead of painting, trying to make them look like glass, you've got a head start with them looking like glass. Instead of trying to paint them to make it look, you can just use the armoured glass texture paint that I've got. Seems to do the trick quite nicely. Right, this this is another part of a dragon kit, but it's got Firefly written on this. So it's a combination of different things. But again, the detail and the casting is brilliant. It really is. The rear hatches on the doors and not on the back. Got the going around for the bolts for the final drive. Again, we have some of the little bits and pieces, and we have some more Pioneer tools on there. Again, you see, it's all fresh and clean, isn't it? It's not. It doesn't look like an old mould. Definitely been rejigged. Definitely. That's one part of it. And this side we have the transmission cover. This is for M4A4. Yeah, I've got the bolts for the upper hull to go across the transmission cover, and the transmission, a drive sprocket. Again, so again, it's nicely detailed. Again, and there we have some little bits of cast texture on them. We'll turn those round, and we have the drive sprocket for the transmission. Again, nicely done. And again, we have those to go through the transmission cover on the front. Again, nicely done. Nicely done. Should be a lovely little build. Another small sprue here. We have yet another mantlet, so we've got plenty spares, as per normal with Dragon, or Lanmo this one is, but we have the M475 Normandy one in here, so it's a really eclectic kit with all sorts of different versions and both under one box. Again, we have more side armour. I think it looks like the chin for the mantle, for the turret armour, I think, looks like it, and some other little bits and pieces. Again, all nicely done. Again, all nicely done. So we'll have plenty spares for Shermans and one thing and another in the box. Nothing on the rear really. No, just the same. I like the weld seams they've got. Is it weld seams? No, it isn't. I thought it was the weld seam, but we're going to certainly add weld seam around that one when you put it on. Definitely. Again, another nice little sprue. This one has the 50 cal with the ammunition box. It's been slide moulded again, nicely done. Quite a nice 50 cal that. And you can see just that very small slide mould there with the end. And then we have, obviously we have the stand for it and the ammo boxes and things like that. For the 50 cal. Lovely. In fact, I think where I've put it, I have a shell casing from a 50 cal that I got from somewhere. Now where did I put it? If I find it, I'll show you when I get to it. I thought it was up there. Obviously not. Yeah, so that's another nice little sprue. Right, we have two identical sprues, obviously, for the bogies and wheels. There was no point in getting both out. Well, I might have to get both out because they're linked together. It's not a problem. Let's put that one down. Let's have a quick peruse. VSS bogie. Again, can't fault the moulding. I've got a seam line to clean up on the skid marks, the skid things for the tracks. Idler wheel looks nice. Sprockets look nice. Got two variations of sprockets. The bogies looks nice with casting marks on them. They really look nice. And the wheels, they're nicely done. We have a set of wheels there with no rims. Again, we'll start from there. Do that with, you can see the casting marks on the bogies. They're really nicely done. And we've got sprockets and more sprockets, little bits and pieces, the wheels, nicely done. And then we have some wheels there with no rubber around them. Yeah, some little bits and pieces, part of the bogies again. It's all fastened there, nicely detailed. Again, nicely done. Yeah, I like that sprue as well. So we've got some bits on the bottom as well. We've got the idler wheel there. And some more sprockets. Again, it looks like a nice build. It really does. This could be a one to look out for in the next, well, I'm obviously building a Sherman at the moment, so it won't be soon, but it'll be not too far away. That's nice. I like that. I like that sprue. There's two of those, and then we have the tracks. Everybody's favourite part. Well, it is for me. I don't mind building tracks. As people know, I like building tracks. That's why I always build them first. Every kit I get, I build the tracks. We have 1, 2, 3 sprues, all identical. We have track. We've got the the rubber pads. We've got the end connectors. I don't think they're going to be too bad, In the bottom, we've got plenty of detail on them. Again, I can't see any pin marks. Even on the rear, they're fine. There's nothing wrong with those at all. Take a bit of doing, but that's the name of the game. They're not too bad. In fact, they're quite easy, to be honest. And there's not much cleanup either. So it's got two pin marks. Sorry, 2 attachment points for each track, and 1 for the end connectors. Oh, lovely. Again, nice detail on the back of the track there, as you can see. All nicely done. Takes some work, but I usually either put a documentary on or some music or whatever, and sand away or whatever you call it. What we got in here? What's this thing? If you're into that kind of thing, Lanmo model with a girly, which I'm not really into that at all. The instruction sheet is it's a matte finish on the paper. There's a box cover art. Let's just move that down there for now. And we'll have a look through the instruction sheet. What we got on the back? I've got actual pictures of the vehicle there. 56 class 1. There we have. I wanted to say about this window screen malarkey. It looks like a window screen. Again, we have a sprue map of what's in there. So it's fairly straightforward. Do's and don'ts and the icons to tell you what to do. Find the difference together. So, right, okay. I don't know what that means. Okay, so it's no travel lock on that one, and no lighting on that one. No. Now we're starting off with the bogies, which is normal, perhaps with the Sherman, which at the moment is I'm cleaning them all my bogies up and the wheels on my build at the moment. Putting sprockets, rear of the Sherman, the barrel cleaning rods. I'll have to look into it, see if I've carried stowage on here as well. And again, we're just carrying on with the attaching the bogies to the lower hull, and we're starting on the upper hull with grab handles, hatch covers. Got a bit of PE there for the ventilation. Got PE along there for the fixing of the mud guards. Again and again, we've got Pioneer tools. I won't put them on at this time. Fill of fuel caps, that kind of thing. And again, we're still on the upper deck at the back. Now we're starting on the engine deck. And on the rear there, we've got to cut parts off their parts. And we're starting on the transmission cover, which looks fairly straightforward really. Optional driver rain shield, in fact. It's a rain shield. So you could actually, that's from Q3, so it's a bit unusual. It isn't for, it's for the driver, so I might put that on. I might put that on. All the resin parts here, we've got a fire extinguisher, rear lights, light cover, P for the covers. We've got exhaust available as an option. It is a bit different and not recommended for beginners, so look into that. Obviously got the kit parts, but is it in the PE? It must be in the PE though. It says optional, so we'll probably have both, won't we? Let's have a look. Curious. Yeah, we have that in the kit. I thought it was like an optional extra type thing. No, it's just an option you can do instead of using a plastic part. This looks nice. And then again, we have the front. Adding the front, we have option to use hanging kerosene lamp. Again, we'll look into all that, like guards, machine gun, all little bits and pieces. Fairly straightforward build, to be honest. Nothing too taxing. And then we start with the hatches and the periscopes. Have it open or closed, obviously. Mr. Commander's cupola, obviously, with the periscopes and the handles, and we're building a 50 cal up, got an option. And at the bottom again, we're building up the 75 with whatever options you want to go for. Can make the early version of the British M4A4 tank. You can alternate the two. I'll say once I get look into it and see what we need to do and what comes with what and one thing and another. And then we're starting again with the turret again, adding the 50 cal, the aerial mount, the lighting. I think it's like a range finder or a range finder, but like a, I don't know what it is, to be honest. Could be something to do with the ranging of the shells. Putting the lower hull and lower turret and upper turret together, and then we have V12. It says the Expeditionary Force as a version with the turret armour. For example, the number in Class 1. There are legends at the back for reference and selection. Yeah, it was cheek armour, I remember I said like that on the there. So again, we'll look into that, see what options we've got for that. And again, we've got these plates to go on, options again, and then we add in the lower hull and the upper hull together, and then the turret. And obviously we're making other tracks. Doesn't tell you how many, but we'll find that out. And then we have, it's unusual, a finished vehicle, what it should look like. Partial detailed drawing, and then we have one with the decals. Spray cover area yellow, so this is going to be yellow. Chinese markings, obviously, and the markings on the front. And again, another version, the Chinese markings again, and yellow on the top. I presume this is green. And then we have a few pictures of the actual vehicles, which is nice. So I don't have to ratchet around too much. Yeah, it's got the kerosene light on there, if you can see it. It hasn't got the rain guard on there, that one. And again, this one has. It's got the rain guard there. So you can see where it's slightly different colour there from the green. And again, it just carries stowage, so that's good for me. And another engine deck with no stowage, just a little bit, and a couple of shell casings. Not much in the way of paint, I must admit. There's no, just says spray yellow on the top, but it doesn't give you any options what, well, I know it's going to be olive green and that, but you would think they would put what you need. Unusual. With that too, I've got one version, two versions you can do. We'll look into those, what versions. That is this one. Got the decals there, so it's obviously, which one's that? It could be the first one, that. Could be this one. That one there. Could be, I said. Destruction's not too bad. Not too bad. You have to read, make sure, all these little symbols, and make sure you read them before you go ahead. Regarding the existence of the tank ammunition injection port, natural photos were found on the side of the turret. Players can choose from themselves, so you can put it on or cover it up, I suppose. You can't really tell, can you? Got cheek armour on the front there. The mantlet there, obviously. I'll have to look into it. So it's an unusual subject, that's what drew me to it. And you can't beat a good Sherman, I must admit. Yeah, we'll look into which one's which, and we'll find out. Yeah, so it's not bad little kit. instructions are not too bad apart from the painting guide. Just tells you to spray yellow on the top. It doesn't even tell you what kind of yellow, but we'll see if we can find out these things. Yeah, so that's it really. So yeah, not bad little kit. Not bad little kit. I'm glad I got it. Chris Moulding. I know it's a Dragon kit, an old Dragon kit, but it's been retailed by the looks of that. So worth what I paid for it, including delivery. I didn't wait too long to get it either. So that's the unboxing of that one. And I have another unboxing, but not yet. I want to carry on with a bit of building yet on the Sherman that I'm doing at the moment before I do another update. So this is, I say once again, thank you very much for subscribing and commenting. I do really appreciate it. I really do. Yeah, so watch out for the next update on the buddy build between me and Paul. I say, you know, Paul's doing the 1/16 scale Achilles, and I obviously just doing the Sherman at 1/35 scale. We're both enjoying our build so far. Paul's a bit farther forward than I am, but say I've been doing figures as you've seen and stowage and other bits and pieces toward the diorama. Yeah, so that's it really. So all again, thank you very much for viewing and take care, and we shall see you very soon with an update on the Sherman build. This is Greg saying bye bye.